Namaskaram. As we enter the 99th year of our annual conference and concerts, we begin with an invocation. The students of our Advanced School of Carnatic Music of the Music Academy Madras, Snigdha and Kamakshi from the third year, Raga Sudha and Mahati from the second year, will render the Tyagaraja Kriti Nada Tanumanisham, referring to Shiva as an embodiment of Nada. You may remain seated during the rendition.
Nada Tanumanisham Shankaram Nada Tanumanisham Shankaram Nada Tanumanisham Shankaram Namami me Manasa Shirasa Nada Tanumanisham Shankaram Namami me Manasa Shirasa Nada Tanumanisham Modakara Nigamotamasama Vedasaram Varam Varam Modakara Nigamotamasama Vedasaram Varam Varam Nadatanum Manisham Shankaram Namami me Manasa Shirasa Nada Tanumanisham Sadyo Jatadi Panchavakraja Sadyo Jatadi Panchavakraja Sadyo Jatadi Panchavakraja Sarigama Padani Varasapta Swara Sadyo Jatadi Panchavakraja Sarigama Padani Varasapta Swara Vidyalolam Vidalita Kalam Vidyalolam Vidalita Kalam Vimala Hridaya Tyagaraja Palam Vidyalolam Vidalita Kalam Vimala Hridaya Tyagaraja Palam Nadatanum Manisham Shankaram Namami me Manasa Shirasa Nada Tanumanisham
Thank you for that auspicious beginning. We now request our chief guest, Music Maestro, Mr. A.R. Rahman, to light the Kuttu Velakku. May I request other dignitaries on the stage to accompany him to light the lamp. Thank you. Before we continue with the rest of the program, May I request all of you to keep your cell phones on silent or switched off mode. May I also remind you that no video or photographs may be taken. We now have the welcome address by our President. I request Sri N. Murali, President of the Music Academy Madras, to deliver his welcome address.
Namaskaram, Chief Guest and Music Virtuoso, Mr. A. Rahman, Sangeeta Kalani Designate, Sri R.K. Sriram Kumar, Sangeeta Kalanidhis, Srimati Bombay Jayashree Ramnath, and Sri T.M. Krishna. My colleagues on the stage, Dr. Meenakshi Sumati Krishnan and Sri V. Srikanth, Sangeeta Kalanidhis, Vidushis, my colleagues on the committee, members of the Music Academy, and distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen. I extend a very hearty welcome to every one of you to this inaugural function. It is my pleasure to extend a special welcome to our chief guest, Mr. A.R. Rahman. It is a huge honor to have renowned music composer in our midst today to inaugurate the 99th Annual Conference and Concerts of the Music Academy. Since the 90s, Mr. Rahman has been one of the most influential figures in Tamil and Indian music and worked with the best of talent in the film industry. From his debut with Roja in 1992 to his latest film album, he has incorporated multiple classical elements from both Carnatic and Hindustani classical streams. He has also featured several classical singers and musicians in his work, in keeping with his commitment towards the arts. In fact, one of his recent endeavors is mentoring Jala, a raga-based musical ensemble that aims to uphold Indian classical music. Well known for being at the forefront of far-reaching musical experiments and use of technology in music, Mr. Rahman is a recipient of several honors, including the Padma Bhushan Award from the Government of India and multiple national awards. He also received 2 Oscars in the year 2009 for his work in Slumdog Millionaire, considered a watershed moment in Indian music. Apart from the Oscars, Mr. Rahman has been honored with the Grammy, Golden Globe, and BAFTA awards for his acclaimed musical work. He is deeply passionate about taking Indian music to the global stage, something that is evident from his involvement with his KM Music Conservatory and the Sunshine Orchestra. He has been at the forefront of not just Indian music, but also global music. Mr. Rahman has created compositions across languages and geographies by integrating Indian classical music with folk and Sufi elements, seamlessly blended with Western classical styles. Western music styles, contemporary Western music styles. That he continues to stay relevant and at the top even after 30 years, especially in the wake of the changing tastes of the creators and the audiences and technological advances, speaks to his tremendous ability to adapt and reimagine. The well-known Australian director Baz Luhrmann said, and I quote, "I had come to the music of Mr. A.R. Rahman through the emotional and haunting score of Bombay, and the wit and celebration of Lagan. But the more of AR's music I encountered, the more I was to be amazed at the sheer diversity of styles, from swinging brass bands to triumphant anthems, from joyous pop to Western musicals. Whatever the style, A.R. Rahman's music possesses a profound sense of humanity and spirit, qualities that inspire me the most. I end quote. Even as he continues strengthening his presence in the global musical arena, representing Indian music in its essence, he remains a man of humility and an ambassador for our wonderful city, fondly called the Mozart of Madras and Isai Puyal by millions of his fans. He has also been involved in several philanthropic activities, which include charity concerts for worthy causes and providing free musical education and training to children from economically disadvantaged backgrounds. Mr. Rahman's work and voice continue to enthrall and inspire us, and is truly a music icon. I heartily welcome Mr. A.R. Rahman. This Margari season marks our 99th annual conference and concerts that is within a whisker of reaching the historic milestone of a century of our famed music festivals. As is well known, one of the most coveted and prestigious awards in Carnatic music is the Sangeeta Kalanidhi Award, whose recipient this year is none other than the outstanding violinist Sri R.K. Sriram Kumar. He belongs to the Rudrapatnam lineage that has given many great musicians, notably his grandfather Sri R.K. Venkatraman Shastri and his grand-uncle Sangeeta Kalanidhi Sri R.K. Srikantan. After initially receiving training under his grandfather Vidwan Sri R.K. Venkatraman Shastri and later under Vidwan Sri V.V. Subramaniam, he also received training in vocal music under Sangeeta Kalanidhi Sri D.K. Jayaraman. In his concert career, Sriram Kumar possesses a remarkable record of being the accompanying violinist or sharing the stage with 37 Sangeeta Kalanidhis and 26 Sangeeta Kalacharyas and one special Lifetime Achievement Awardee of the Music Academy. Sangeeta Kalanidhi T.M. Krishna aptly describes him as the musical bridge, as his music, though evocative of the bygone era, is deeply rooted in the present and in his own artistic identity. He has accompanied innumerable stalwarts of the past and has learned from them, and is now active in passing on his knowledge and experience to present-day musicians he shares the stage with. Apart from his successful concert career, Sriram Kumar is known for his vast repertoire, particularly with a deep knowledge of the compositions of the Carnatic Trinity with great emphasis on Patantara. He also gives lectures on various subjects relating to Carnatic music. He is much in demand as a tunesmith and has set to music several songs. He is also a composer who has some compositions to his credit. In addition, he is a much sought after guru, and among his students are concert artists also. The Music Academy is delighted to have chosen a musician with such multiple facets for the Sangeeta Kalanidhi Award that he will receive at the Sadas on 1st January 2026. The Sangeeta Kalacharya Award goes to the veteran Tavil Vidwan Tanjavur Govindarajan and Vidushi Shamala Venkateshwaran, an eminent vocalist and guru. The Music Academy is very happy to honor them for their immense contribution to Carnatic music. The recipients of the TTK award are Madambi Subramanian Nambudri, who is acknowledged as one of the finest exponents of Kathakali music, and J.T. Jayaraj Krishnan and Jayashree Jayaraj Krishnan, who are eminent Veena artists known for their Gayaki style. The Music Academy takes pleasure in recognizing their excellent contribution to the art. Musicologist Award goes to the music scholar Professor C.A. Sridhara, who richly deserves the award. As usual, 80 concerts will be performed during the season by established as well as young talented musicians, all of whom always give their best on this stage. In commemoration of the great composer Muthuswami Dikshithar's 250th birth anniversary year, the morning sessions are dedicated to him, and an overwhelming number of lecture demonstrations will be centered on his compositions. Several eminent scholars and musicians will deal with various facets of his compositions and his monumental contribution in enriching Carnatic music as a whole. Dr. N. Rajam, Emeritus Professor and former Dean, Faculty of Performing Arts, Banaras Hindu University, will preside over the Sadas on January 1, 2026. Srimati Urmila Satyanarayanan, a noted Bharatanatyam exponent and guru, will receive the Nritya Kalanidhi Award at the inauguration of the 19th Annual Dance Festival on January 3, 2026. Mr. Takahashi Bunyo, Consulate General of Japan in Chennai, will inaugurate the dance festival. I am happy to share with this audience an exciting development at the Academy a few months ago. A new world-class, top-of-the-line audio and acoustic system from a leading international brand, L Acoustics of France, has been commissioned in the month of June 2025. This represents a leap of audio technology and listening experience, and the audio quality is uniformly high all across the auditorium. I must take this opportunity to recognize the tremendous support received from the well-known music producer, sound engineer, and designer, Sri Sai Sravanan, in the planning and execution of this project. I am also happy to share with you another piece of good news. Based on the feedback from the Rasikas, and in order to satisfy a long-felt need, the facility of online ticket sales for both music and dance, including both season tickets and daily tickets, has been introduced from this season with the physical ticket sales, along with the physical ticket sales. The response from the Rasikas to this initiative has been heartening indeed. An added attraction for daily ticket sales, both online and physical, is the provision to buy them 2 days in advance and also on the day of the concert. The unwavering patronage of members and other Rasikas that we receive in large measure year after year has greatly ensured our festival's success. The generous and sustained support from our sponsors and advertisers needs to be specially recognized. The enthusiastic involvement and teamwork of our colleagues on the executive committee, ably supported by the dedicated and hardworking staff of the Academy, volunteers, and the scouts, have always contributed in no small way to the season's success. I also wish to express our deep appreciation of the splendid support and participation through wonderful performances by musicians and presentations of musicologists, artists, and scholars that make for a high quality festival year after year. The world of classical performing arts witnessed during the year the loss of some eminent artists, the legendary dance exponent and guru, and the special lifetime achievement awardee of the Music Academy, Srimati Kamala, and the Sangeeta Kala Acharya awardee and dance guru, Miss Sarada Hoffman. We pay our heartfelt tribute to them for their major contribution to the art. Let me now conclude by wishing you all an enjoyable and enriching season. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sri Murali. You have talked about music being a universal language. This is a language that all of us understand. And also you introduced the artists and the awardees for the year. So we look forward to a very interesting season and this conference ahead. We will now have the election by acclamation of the Sangeeta Kalanidhi, Shri R.K. Sriram Kumar. We request Vidushi Sangeeta Kalanidhi, Bombay Jayashri, to make the proposal.
Namaskaram. Sangeeta Vidvat Sabayin தொண்ணூத்தாவது மகாநாட்டிற்கு தலைமை தாங்கி நடத்தி கொடுக்கவும் மற்றும் சங்கீத கலாநிதி விருதை பெறுவதற்கும் ஆர்கே ஸ்ரீராம் குமார் அவர்களின் பெயரை நான் முன்மொழிகிறேன்.
Thank you. This proposal will be seconded by Vidwan Sangeeta Kalanidhi, Sri T.M. Krishna. May I request you to second the proposal?
வணக்கம். மிகுந்த மகிழ்ச்சியுடனும் பெருமையுடனும் நான் ஆமோதிக்கிறேன்.
It is now our pleasure to honor Vidwan Sri R.K. Sriram Kumar, Sangeeta Kalanidhi Elect 2025. He will be presented with the Sangeeta Kalanidhi M.S. Subbalakshmi Award instituted by the Hindu. May I request our chief guest, Music Maestro A.R. Rahman, to present the memento and cash award to the Sangeeta Kalanidhi Elect Vidwan Sri R.K. Sriram Kumar. I request the President to honor him with a shawl. It is a proud moment for you. I now request Sangeeta Kalanidhi Elect Sri R.K. Sriram Kumar to deliver his address. He will be presiding over the conference, the morning lecture demonstrations this year.
सद्गुरुगजास्य वाणी चरणयुगाम्भोरुहेषु मद्हृदयं सततं द्विरेफलीलां करुणामकरन्दलिप्सया तनुतां जय जय चिन्मुद्रकरे जय जय शृङ्गाद्रिविहरणव्यग्रे Jaya Jaya Padmaja Jaye, Jaya Jaya Jagadamba Sharade Sadaye. Namaskarams and a very good evening to all of you. Respected Shri President of the Music Academy, Shri N. Murali, esteemed Chief Guest, the iconic Master Composer, Oscar awardee, Grammy awardee winner, and many more awards to your credit, Vidwan Shri A.R. Rahman, members of the Executive Committee, members of the Advisory Committee, Venerable Vidwans, Vidushis, dear friends, and ardent Rasikas. I deem it a great honor and blessing to stand before you today on this prestigious stage of the Music Academy, an organization that has fostered the arts for nearly a century now. The honor of being chosen to preside over its 99th annual conference and receive the prestigious title of Sangeeta Kalanidhi makes me profusely elated and deeply humbled. This great honor is due to the grace and blessings of Sri Sharadambal, all my gurus, and numerous well-wishers from all over the world. Anantakoti Namaskarams at the lotus feet of my revered Acharyas, Sri Abhinava Vidyatirtha Mahaswamigal, Sri Bharati Tirtha Mahaswamigal, and Sri Vidushekar Bharati Mahaswamigal, the Jagat Gurus of the Dakshinamaya Sringeri Sharada Peetham, and to Sri Vimarshanandanathindra Saraswati Mahaswamigal and the Acharyas of the Bhaskara Prakasha Ashrama. Their benevolent blessings, words of wisdom, and unconditional kindness have always been my guiding force. I bow my head in utmost reverence to my parents, Srimati Kusuma Krishnamurti and Sri R.V. Krishnamurti, and to my gurus, Vidushi Srimati Savitri Satyamurti, my grandfather Vidwan Sri R.K. Venkatarama Shastri, Sangeeta Kalanidhi Sri D.K. Jayaraman, and Vidwan Sri V.V. Subramanyam, each of whom has sculpted me into what I am today. Music has been an integral part of our household. I'm extremely fortunate to have been raised in an ambience of this wonderful art form. My parents sowed the seeds of this art form in me at a very early, very young age. My sisters, Srimati, Lakshmi, and Matangi, have heartily supported my journey in my music. Akhila, my wife, is my immense source of inspiring strength and support. I am very thankful to all of them. It was Srimati Savitri Satyamurti who laid the foundation for my violin playing. Holding my hand with love, she imparted the early lessons and exercises. Later, coming under the wing of my illustrious grandfather, Vidwan Sri R.K. Venkatarama Shastri, it opened up a panoramic view of the world of Carnatic music. A highly respected Vidwan of his times, his knowledge was holistic and his vision of the art amazingly inspiring. A strict disciplinarian and a rigorous teacher, he imparted focus and discipline while also setting the tone for my musical integrity. A deeply devoted and a spiritual man, his reverence in performing Sri Tyagaraja Swami Aradhana at Tiruvayyaru for many years has blessed our family with a lot of goodness. His insight into Carnatic music, be it about the colossal compositions or Manodharma, has inspired me to appreciate and delve deeper into the nuances of the art form in its varied dimensions. His presence gave me the opportunity to interact with several maestros of the Carnatic world and benefit from their musical discernment. The guidance I have received from reputed musicians within my own family, such as my granduncles, my uncles, my aunts, has been invaluable. With this kind of exposure into the hallowed world of Carnatic music, began my fledgling steps into what has blossomed into a lifelong passion, something that defines me and verily gives meaning to my existence. It was again my grandfather's vision for me that eventually led me to seek the guidance of other musicians to broaden my vistas. One of the most precious moments in my life was coming under the tutelage of Sangeeta Kalanidhi Sri D.K. Jayaraman. A guru whose care and concern for his students remains unmatched. Sri D.K. J imparted more than music. The strong foundation in vocal music that he laid and the care he took in building my repertoire with numerous compositions that he taught without holding back have enriched me profusely. His unbounded generosity in having me, an youngster at that time, as his violin accompanist for most of his concerts, brought me into a space where the Carnatic world set its eyes on me. Not a day goes by without fondly reminiscing music and merriment with Sri D.K. J. sir. Introducing me to senior musicians that included his own eminent sister, Sangeeta Kalanidhi, Srimati D.K. Pattamal, teaching me life lessons, providing me with every kind of support, be it musical, professional, emotional, and radiating the joy of music and life are amongst the countless ways he has blessed me. How do I describe learning from Vidwan Sri V.V. Subramaniam as anything other than priceless? Another yogi that he is, his music transcends the mundane into everlasting bliss. A complete musician he is. His playing defines the art of violin playing. Perfect technique, profound music. Apart from his mellifluous solo renditions, the experience of his violin playing, merging in unison with the vocalist, resonating like a second voice, stands unparalleled. This has been one of my deepest influences, impressing upon me the supreme ideal of creating an experience of nada laden with immense subtlety, sensitivity, and serenity. Bharat Ratna Sangeeta Kalanidhi Srimati M.S. Subbulakshmi has been a constant presence in our household. I have been immersed in her blissful music all my life, starting right from my mother's womb. Her presence in my life has been ubiquitous. I have been greatly influenced by her music that is steeped in tradition, yet unfettered. And I have watched firsthand the magic as she transformed notes into something sublime and something divine. Learning from her, performing with her, and to have been a recipient of her limitless affection and care is a huge privilege for which gratitude seems but a very small word. And to be bestowed an award in her name today means so much to me, and I deem it as such a great honor and such a great blessing. I've also had the exceptional fortune to be associated closely and accompany and learn from doyens such as Sangeeta Kalanidhi's Sri Shammangudi Srinivasayar, Srimati D.K. Pattamal, Srimati T. Brinda, Sri K.V. Narayan Swami, and others. To sit at their feet and learn music that was burnished with a long-lasting experience was something very special. All those afternoons spent in imbibing music, in constant engagement and in conversation, both deep and hilarious, sculpted my skills and aesthetic. The collection of compositions and the sheer artistry of music that each one of them has imparted so meticulously, lovingly remain with me as priceless treasures for which I am ever grateful. The love and care they have showered on me, in addition to generously sharing their vidvat, has shaped my music and my life. I've also received reflective counsel from Sangeeta Kalanidhi Sri T.N. Krishnan. Having grown up idolizing his style, his music has left indelible prints on my own. Also, I have drawn much from the spirit of Vidushi Srimati N. Rajam's exquisite violin artistry. Words cannot do justice to the role that my gurus have played in molding me. It fills my heart with immense gratitude to reminisce about them. I'm also very thankful to the support that I have received from several great musicians and several violinists and percussionists, and I thank them all for all their support. The Youth Association for Classical Music was a splendid movement that united all of us in our generation with music and a spirit of camaraderie. To have a group of peers with whom one can have a meaningful and symbiotic relationship is a joy and delight. I've had the good fortune of several compatriots with whom I've shared music passionately, and most of them are here, and I thank them all for all that. The numerous discussions and the debates and sharing the stage with them, listening to concerts, spending time with them are all memorable moments that I deeply cherish. My association with the Music Academy goes back a very long way. Since my school days, every single day of December season would be spent at the Academy with my grandfather. I have literally grown up here listening to several concerts at this wonderful auditorium. In fact, 2 photographs taken at this very venue are very dear to me. One, as a 10-year-old seated with all the greats during the group photo session in the year 1976, when Sangeeta Kalanidhi Srimati T. Brinda was the president of the conference, and the other, me as a 11-year-old with Srimati M.L. Vasant Kumari, just after she received the Sangeeta Kalanidhi. Participating in the competitions conducted by the Academy was joyfully challenging and something that I look forward to. It was in the year 1986 when I was singing at the behest of Vidwan Sri Tanjavur Upendran for the participants of the Mridangam competition that something interesting unfolded. I was led away from the competition room that was in Kasturi Srinivasan Hall and hoisted on this very stage to accompany Srimati Nagalakshmi Lakshmanan as the scheduled violin accompanist did not show up. It's quite interesting that I played my very first concert at the Academy with a borrowed instrument and even borrowed attire. From then, my performances at the Academy has been an unbroken sequence. This year marks the 250th birth anniversary of Sri Muthuswami Dikshitar. It's my blessed fortune that I belong to Sri Dikshitar's illustrious Shishya Parampara through my esteemed gurus, Sangeeta Kalanidhis Sri D.K. Jayaraman and Srimati D.K. Pattamal, and Vidwan Sri V.V. Subramaniam. Having had an opportunity to learn in depth and internalize the compositions of Sri Dikshitar, I deem it a great blessing to receive this honor this year. The music of the Trinity is beyond compare. Their music has been preserved and passed on to the future generations by their illustrious Shishya Paramparas, to whom the world of Carnatic music should be ever indebted to. Sri Subramani Dikshitar, hailing from the family of Sri Muthuswami Dikshitar, has gifted us with the magnum opus Sangeeta Sampradaya Pradarshini. It is an authentic storehouse of the compositions of Sri Muthuswami Dikshitar and other great composers as well. And the study of the Pradarshini is very vital to the understanding of the Dikshitar Parampara in particular. Thanks to the Music Academy, the original Telugu edition had been translated into Tamil, and recently it's been translated to English, thereby enabling a wider access to this monumental publication. The Dikshitar tradition is also an inspiration to the art of violin playing. Contributions from countless musicians down the ages have shaped and perfected the art of violin making and performance. We owe much to all those who have put in their life and soul into perfecting this. That the violin complements vocal music in all its gamaka subtleties has made it an integral and indispensable part of Carnatic concerts today. One style of playing emphasizes the Gayaki Bani on the violin, that is to play the violin in a manner which one sings vocally. The other style is focused towards exploring the violin in its instrumental dimensions, while the latter is also charming in its own way, with great musicians having mastered it. I personally resonate with the Gayaki Bani. As with any instrument, the violin also demands certain specific fingering and bowing techniques to showcase the Gayaki Bani. Students who wish to adopt this Bani should learn and practice in the appropriate manner to bring out all the nuances of the style. Also, training in vocal music is absolutely essential for the violinist to bring out the bhava or the emotion in the playing. Every genre of music has its greatness, its intrinsic beauty, something that makes it rare and special. Carnatic music is characterized by its unique soundscape, gamaka structure, and compositional masterpieces. It's of paramount importance that this beautiful soundscape is never sacrificed in a performance. Cross-cultural, multi-genre concerts are interesting experiments. They do serve as a conduit to taking Carnatic music to a global stage to varied audiences, earning their adulation and applause. But one must be careful to ensure that the integrity of the Carnatic sound, the crest jewel of the art form, remains intact. Every raga is beautiful. The realm of Carnatic music is defined by a deeper understanding of raga. While we have seen the emergence of multiple new scales, we have several ancient Rakti ragas that are shelved for reasons unknown. It would be heartening to listen to these ragas being delineated and presented in their grandeur in concert performances. Carnatic music has the most enjoyable blend of Kalpita and Kalpana Sangeeta. The ability to blend both these elements in good measure is a true hallmark of a musician. Similarly, the intricacies of myriad languages are seen in compositions. One has to appreciate the beauty of every single language. Sahitya and Sangeeta are of equal importance in a composition. Great Vagyakaras have given us much to marvel at in their works: raga, tala, bhava, yati, prasa, shlesha, prayoga, etc. And art thrives on imagination and interpretation. But it's important to temper one's freedom to improvise with restraint and respectful refinement. The pinnacle of creativity should be laced by the golden arc of thoughtful discernment, a quality that defines the true caliber of a musician. Kalidasa in his Malavikagnimitram says, Puranamityeva nasadhu sarvam, nachapi kavyam navamityavadyam. Not everything that is ancient is necessarily acceptable, nor are newer ideas to be summarily rejected. To eschew simplistic dichotomy and adopt an unbiased, introspective bent of mind will undoubtedly open up delectable dimensions of art never experienced before. When one submits oneself respectfully and with a sense of joyous abandon to the art form, the psyche of the musician naturally transcends all disparities. In the sublimity of the ecstatic heights that the music uplifts them to mundane, the music uplifts them, mundane and trivial differences lose their ground. It will be a milestone when the artistic fraternity achieves this state, and I am supremely optimistic that the day will dawn soon. The musician is not merely a performer. A concert is as much an educative experience as it is entertaining. It is the responsibility of the musician to retain the integrity of the art form, not compromise on its values, elevate the rasikatvam, and create an experience that is ethereal. A concert is a beautiful space where artists blend with their skills, thought processes, and imaginations to create in tandem an atmosphere of pure joy. It is neither a cacophonous war zone nor a competition to prove one's mettle, pitching oneself against the other. It's a mutually respectful dialogue with one another that stimulates each of the artists to give their best and engages the audience. Such a concert will pave the way for the audience to receive the music happily without any kind of preconceived notions. We live in the era of social media. It's an undeniable fact that while it has its advantages, it also serves to influence and shape reality in rather unfortunate ways. It's not uncommon to see instances where a frenzied hype is created or mediocrity is fanned or even worshipped. Young minds are swayed, intimidated by this force. There have been many instances where I have seen youngsters being depressed, desperate, and disillusioned by the overwhelming impact that social media has. One moment of thoughtlessness can have far-reaching implications. It is important for both artists and rasikas to be cognizant of the ramifications of their actions when they engage with the social media. We owe it to our students to make their musical journey a safe and pleasant experience. I have been blessed with extremely talented students, most of them professional performing star musicians. Sharing music with my disciples is always soul-satiating. Basking in their love and affection is one of the ineffable joys of my life. Art, especially Carnatic music, has been chiseled and crafted by the gods and the greats. To partake of this ambrosia that is Carnatic music is inexplicable bliss. Swararaga Sudharasa Yuta Bhakti Swargapa Vargamo, says Tyagaraja. I thank the President and the committee members for bestowing me with this prestigious honor. The morning sessions this year, as Shri Murali mentioned, are dedicated to Shri Muthuswami Dikshitar. We have some fascinating lecture demonstrations lined up by several eminent musicians and scholars, promising a fund of information and learning. I seek the grace of God and my gurus and all of your good wishes for the successful conduct of the 99th Annual Conference and Concerts at the Music Academy. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, Vidwan Sriram Kumar, for sharing your rich musical journey and also for your priceless gems of wisdom. We move on to the next and very important part of our program today. We are truly honored and privileged to have a distinguished, world-renowned composer and musician as the chief guest for our 99th Annual Conference and Concert. May I request our President, Shri N. Murali, to honor our chief guest with a traditional ponnade and a memento. Thank you, sir. We will now have the release of the Journal of the Music Academy, followed by the souvenir. May I request our respected chief guest to give the first copy of the journal to Sangeeta Kalanidhi designate Shri R.K. Sriram Kumar. That is the journal. Souvenir next. The first copy of the souvenir will be received by Sangeeta Kalanidhi, Shri T.M. Krishna. May I request the chief guest to release the souvenir and give him the first copy of the souvenir. Has it been interchanged? I think they are boxed, so. Our chief guest, Music Maestro, Mr. A.R. Rahman, will soon inaugurate our 99th Annual Music Conference and Concerts. I request Music Maestro, Mr. A.R. Rahman, to inaugurate the festival and deliver his much-awaited inaugural address.
Vanakkam. Thank you so much for this honor to be here. Thank you, Murli ji, and my Guruji is there. One of my Gurujis, TVG, and Sudha ji, Rajiv Menon, Jai Shri ji, Sriram Kumar, and all my friends here. Me as a musician, I was an outlaw. I learned music, but I had to go away from traditions to discover traditions back, so that I'd get the freedom to innovate, freedom to collaborate, freedom to not feel guilty about breaking rules like Sriram ji said now. So I discovered the beauty more and more as I grow older. And now we face a serious challenge. I was expecting to see a lot of younger audience here, and all of you are my age now. How do we get them in? So this has been my task for the past probably 10 years. I've been working on script ideas, how to make a movie in a rag, and all those things, crazy ideas which I never told anyone. And recently, I teamed up with Sai, and then we were just jamming on seeing how do you announce to the world the next Zakir Hussain, the next Bismillah Khan Saab, the next Bhim Singh Joshi, the next M.S. Subbulakshmi. Because if without announcing, without having a medium to announce it, Music Academy is such a great medium, and I want to laud their legacy to be leaning in so much to preserve the beauty of Carnatic music. I'm a big fan of Carnatic music. So, but we have the challenge of bringing younger audience. How do we reinvent the experience of classical music? It can't be just stuck to Music Academy or RR Sabha or Vani Mahal. Or it has to go around the world. People need to experience this in a way where they get enthralled, immersed into the musicality. So not just the performance, not just the mastery of singing, but also the hall, the way, the places where we can enjoy them in a much better way. Because I know that somebody is singing, starting with the tampura and singing Yemen. Immediate will be like, you just go in. Because the engagement goes off unless there are serious listeners. But today's people are seduced by many, many things. Social media. Now with AI, they're doing things which are unbelievable, good and bad. All that stuff can happen on the screen, but can you sing with the tampura in tune and hold an audience for 3 hours is a question. But also, how can we expand that experience? The human experience is irreplaceable. We all know that. And so performing arts has to play a major role. It needs to be reinvented again and again to bring in audiences, to bring in economy, bring in tourists, bring in pride to our traditions. So I want all of you to be ambassadors. I want all of you to be constantly thinking about how do we take this beautiful art and not get stuck into one place, but spread it all over the world. Because creation of music is one, the origin of music is one, but marketing the music in a way where the world can enjoy is also a task, where our traditions are much safer that way to spread and expand it. So I want to, in my music experience, I learn from everyone. I don't have any borders of, this is the tradition, this is the tradition. But I appreciate if they respect every tradition. Everything comes from bhakti. Everything comes from devotion. The sincerity of the faith is what unites us, all of us. Whether it's Sufi music or Carnatic music, Hindustani music, gospel music. Everything comes from surrendering to the divine. And I don't have anything more to say. Thank you so much. Thank you for this honor.
Thank you so much. You had a lot to say, And we will accept your words and go with it. Thank you so much. Much younger audience, a lot of people coming into music. And for this, we have Sangeeta Kalanidhi elect Sriram Kumar, Sangeeta Kalanidhi T.M. Krishna, Sangeeta Kalanidhi Srimati Bombay Jayashree, taking it to the younger generation because I know they have a host of students. You heard the resounding claps there, and I think they're all from the students who are seated there. So we're very happy to have the next generation coming in. Sri V. Srikant, Secretary, Music Academy, will deliver the formal vote of thanks.
Namaskaram. It is my pleasant duty to propose a vote of thanks on behalf of the Academy on this special occasion. Our thanks are due to our chief guest, Music Maestro, Shri A.R. Rahman, for having taken the time out for being with us this evening and presiding over the inaugural function of 99th Annual Conference and Concerts. We thank Sangeeta Kalanidhi Bombay Jayashree Ramnath for proposing the name of Sangeeta Kalanidhi designate Shri Sriram Kumar. We also thank her for receiving the first copy of the journal. We thank Sangeeta Kalanidhi Shri T.M. Krishna for seconding the proposal and receiving the first copy of the 99th souvenir. We thank Zoho Corporation and IT expert V. Suresh for their support relating to the Zoho Backstage platform for smooth conduct of online ticket sales. We now look forward to a fortnight of enjoyable concerts and conferences sessions for which several organizations and individuals have toiled hard. We wish to thank the sponsors and advertisers whose generous support has enabled us to hear high-quality music. Our thanks are due to the press, police, and security agencies. The staff of the Academy and volunteers need a special mention for their untiring efforts to ensure a smooth flow of the conference arrangements and also for all their help around the year. Our special thanks to the members and Rasikas who are present here today. Wishing you all a very enjoyable Margari. Thank you.
Thank you, Shri Srikant. Thank you for this overwhelming response from all of you. I would now request you to stay back and enjoy the program that follows. Nadar Nava, a confluence in the Carnatic. This is an ensemble conceived, orchestrated, and conducted by Vidwan Shri K. Arun Prakash. Please stay back and enjoy the program. Namaskaram.